Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Jimmy, and this is First Gen Mini Rescue. This right here is a 2005 first generation MINI Cooper S Convertible or Cabriolet. And that's a R52 for those of you who, I only know the R52s, 3s, and 50s. When you start with the 56s and the 50 whatevers and the Fs, I really don't know those because this is my wheelhouse here. Anyway, I'm going to read today's fortune and then I'm going to tell you what's really going on, why she's here in my work area, whatever. But anyway, today's fortune says, one who does nothing but wait for his ship to come in has already missed the boat. So if you don't do anything and you're just waiting around, you're already late. You already missed the boat. So if you're thinking about asking that girl out or that other person out or whatever, and you're just waiting around for the right moment, that moment's gone. So get off your horse and do what you got to do. That's what they're saying as I'm getting ready to put off some work that I got to do here. Anyway, why is she here? Well, this car's got some work to have done on her. Let me explain a little bit about this car. I won this car at an auction. Not sponsored, but it was a Copart, C-O-P-A-R-T. It's an auction site where you bid on cars. And I got hung up bidding on cars. This was the number 3 of 4 cars that I bid on and won. I bid on some and didn't win, but this was the 3rd one that I won. So I had the bug for a while until we had to cut that off. Anyway, we've had this car probably 5 years. I got to look back at the initial registration, but I'll put it somewhere in here. You'll see a scroll how long we've owned the car. As such, only a few mechanical things I've done. Changed the oil, obviously, since we've had it, and it needed a radiator reservoir. Replaced it with an OEM plastic one. All of my cars have the OEM plastic ones because if they last 10 years, that's 10 years. They're not that expensive. So if this lasts another 10 years, so be it. I change it. I do the work myself. So I would go with the plastic. I don't worry about the aluminums or the other catch cans or the fancy ones. I try to be stock. I've had issues with the top that I had to address and replace and repair and things like that. It's working fine. The top mechanically works fine and everything, but it does have a whistle and a leak right up where front. I think I just need to adjust it forward a little bit more. So that's one issue on here. But I've never changed the brakes, brake shoes, brake pads on this car at all. I'm gonna address that right before this season. It's really cold out. That's why I got on a hoodie. Right now, it's like 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll put Celsius down here. I think that's like 10 degrees. So I'm not gonna be working right now, but I'm getting everything set up. But it also, so I got brakes rotors coming, or here, to be replaced. I have the front struts because my shock tower mount bearing is bad on this side, the passenger side. But I'm gonna just replace the whole front shocks because never been done. And I don't know if it's been done before we own this car, but it's a 2005. So yeah, she's 20 years old. She needs new shocks or struts. Let me show you my list. Okay, I had updated my whiteboard here. So the blue R52, rotors and pads, and then this line at the same time, rotate the tires, easy. Front struts, I got them in a box over here. Front window regulators, the passenger side window regulator goes down very slow, and sometimes it stays up like a inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. It doesn't go all the way down. So that regulator is on the way out. This is the door regulator, not the rear window regulators, which I already rebuilt and repaired. So we don't have to do those, but we'll do the window and the door. I mean, the window in the door on both sides. So I have that. Trans valve body filter and fluid. The other video on the Subaru, I changed the CVT valve body because it had a bad solenoid, and so I replaced the bad solenoid and I put a new valve body. Well, I went to my happy place, and I'm going to put that video in here, and I found two actually from 2012 MINI Cooper S automatic, and another one I really don't know what year. The engine was out of the car. I don't know if it was the original engine to the car, but it was upside down. It had the Asian pan on it, so it wasn't the gold pan for a CVT. I believe it's the 6-speed, but I took it, you know, so I got it. So I have two valve bodies. But there's also another company that you can buy all of the solenoids, and they're upgraded, they're updated. So I have one here, and I may change that out, just like I did for the Subaru, and do an oil and filter change on that. I want to adjust the roof for the leak and the whistle, because that's what I was explaining earlier. I'm within 500 miles of my oil and filter change, excuse me, of the car. So that's it for this car. So those are the things I'm going to do for the season for this car. Everything else is pretty much decent. The tires are very, very good on the car. So we only drive it when it's top-down weather. So for the most part, unless it's emergency or somebody else needs to borrow it, because it's automatic, people can drive it. But anyway, so that's it for that. The Subaru, if you watch those videos, I did a lot of work on Sharon Subaru. She's approaching 300,000 miles quickly. We're 800 miles, within 800 miles of 300,000. But while I was working, the hood strut was like giving out, almost decapitating me. So I ordered one. It should be here today. I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to pop it on, and maybe I'll just tell about it later, how it works or how you do it. Anyway, so that's that there. We don't talk about the boat stuff because yeah, that's a whole different ball game, and it's hard for me because boating season is also beekeeping season, and I'm a beekeeper. So, and the bees are alive, so I have to keep them alive. It's animal husbandry, it's agricultural type work. So I'm responsible for their lives, and I've got 60,000 lives in there that I'm trying to take care of. So unfortunately, they take precedence over an inanimate object over here in the boat. But little by little, I'll get that boat list done. So anyway, so that's the story on this car. What I'm going to do is show you on this video when I went up to get it's little shorts, when I went up to get the valve bodies for the car. And also on my way home, I passed a special Mini, and you'll see that too. So let's check that out. Okay, this is a 2012 MINI Cooper S automatic. I saw it the last time I was here, and I'm coming to get the valve body out of this to put it in our 2005 Cooper S automatic, Sharon's convertible. Last time they had it sitting up on wheels and tires, so I thought it would be easy to get under there, do it, knock it out. But apparently they took it down off the tires, so I did get a jack. I'm jacking up the one side. I'll put another tire underneath to be safe, and I'm only going to do the one jack. I only need the one side, the transmission side. I also brought a strap to try to loosen up the the transmission mount, and I can find a way to prop up, just hold it up, jack the transmission or the whole side of that engine up and block it with a piece of wood or anything I find out here in the yard, brake caliper or whatever, just to prop it up a good 2-3 inches. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work. Before I do that, right here next door, like that right there is the Mini that I'm going to be working on. However, this is a Mini convertible, and I think this is a 2009. It's an automatic, but I don't know if it's an S. However, it has the S pan, oil pan. And I don't know if this engine belongs to this car. I don't know if they took the engine and this was, I don't know. I'm gonna take the oil pan off of this one. Easy to get to. See, so I think somebody came and got this, didn't need it, but I really don't know. But I'm gonna check it out. This is a non-S car, I believe, because of the exhaust. So I'm not sure. It's a single exhaust. So I'm not sure if that would be an Asian transmission, the 6-speed. Looking inside, all of the gearing is gone, so I can't tell. Anyway, but that's afterwards. I know this one is correct, so I will get that one. Look at this old Celica GT. Look at that. That's a shame that ended up here. Toyota Celica GT. Don't know what year. I'd have to look at the sticker. 1981. 1981. All right, let me get to work. Okay. I got 2 tires underneath for safety. I am going to put the little jack here back. Or I may use that in the front just for extra support. But I'm safe. So, and my arm is going to go underneath, but I'll put another tire just to be on the safe side. There's plenty of tires laying around, so I'll put another donut. So anyway, all right, let me get to work. Okay, maybe later when it warms up, I'm gonna come out and set the car up on jack stands for all the work that's gonna happen. That way, when it comes time to do the brakes, I'll just zip the wheels off, do the brakes, also the struts, zip, be able to do all of that. And then I'm still waiting on parts for the transmission valve thing. I ordered a new pan gasket. I ordered actually 2, and I ordered 2 new pan bolts because those are notoriously getting stripped out. I haven't looked at this one to see if the previous person stripped it out. One of the ones that was at the salvage yard had a broken bit piece of tool. It looks like they tried to use a star bit, and it was broke, still in the in the hole to get it out, because it uses a 5mm hex, and so a lot of people strip that out. So I'm being proactive by ordering extras. And also the fluid and the filter. So there was a kit that I ordered a kit. It came with 6 quarts of fluid, which is usually going to take 2.5. What they suggest is that you change the fluid and the filter, drive it around, and you add 2.5 quarts to it. That's usually the amount. Drive it around for a week or so, and then come back and flush that fluid out and put 2.5 more quarts back in. So that's what they suggest. So when you buy the kit, that's a flush kit, you get 5 quarts of transmission fluid. Anyway, so I'll probably do that. Sit this car on the jacks, get it ready once it warms up, because it's too cold to be out here. I also added the fact that I'm going to, when I'm doing the brakes, I'm going to flush the whole, obviously flush the whole brake line and replace all of the fluid that's in here, the brake fluid. And I have a power bleeder system for that. So I do everything by myself, but it'll be all fresh fluid as well. What else? Yeah, so that was it. So I added that to the whiteboard. You guys didn't see that. So I'll come back out later, but I hope you enjoyed the trip and the special Mini I saw coming home. And next video, we'll be getting to the actual maintenance. So until then, I want y'all to enjoy your Minis. For those of you with the convertibles or cabriolets, the season is coming if you're here in North America. So get ready, get your tops down. Don't forget to wave at other minis, because I still do that every chance I get when I pass one. And yeah, have fun with your minis. That's what they're for, having fun. All right, I'll see y'all.